Hello everyone. So now today we are going to discuss about BGP Local Preference Lab. For this lab I taken this scenario. Here what we have, if you see this router R2, R4, R3. These are in the AS2 and this router R1 is in the AS1. So what we are going to configure? We are going to configure IBGP and also EBGP. Okay, so now let me open the GNS3. We are going to design this topology in the GNS3. So what we are doing, BGP Local Preference Lab. In this one, first what we will do, we will set up these types of topology and we will configure, and after that we are going to manipulate the route by using the local preference. Okay, so here if you see, this is the AS1, this is the AS1, and this three router R2, R4 and R3 are in the AS2. So what we will do, we are going to run the EBGP. We are going to run EBGP here. And if you remember, whenever we are running the BGP, we need to have the connectivity because we are going to run with the loopback. We are going to make the neighborship with the loopback here. 4.4.4 to 2.2.2 and 3.3.3. For that purpose we need to use the static route or any dynamic routing protocol. So we are going to use the OSPF. First we are going to configure the OSPF here, then we can do the BGP, and here directly we can make the neighborship directly like this. So here no need to run anything. So let's do here. Later we will discuss what challenge we are going to face. Okay, so I will give the name here same as we have Local Preference Lab. Let me copy from here directly, BGP Local Preference. So I will give this here, and here we are going to design the topology, similar topology. Let me make little big screen. So we will use the 4 router. You can do this lab in the EVNG or GNS3 anywhere, no problem. This will work in EVNG also. So now I am taking the 4 router. I will keep R1, this is R2, this is R3 and this is R4, like this way. And what we will do here, we will, if you want, we can keep one box here as we have before, saying that in this box we have the EBGP router. Okay, and now we will do the connectivity. This is the R1. I am going to use fast Ethernet 0x0. Here also fast Ethernet 0x0. Let me enable the ports, and here also I will make the connectivity from fast Ethernet 0x1 to fast Ethernet 0x1. Let me keep this here, and we will have the connectivity here. Let me take this from here to here, and then here I will use here 2/0 to 2/0. You can use anywhere. I am taking this same facing interface is same. Okay, so now we can start the router. We can do the basic configuration. If you want to change this color, you can go here, put here whatever color you want to keep. Example, this color, select this color and apply. Now we can define the AS number. So here we are going to use the AS1, and I will make the duplicate of this one here, AS2. So I will make the AS2. Now let me write the IP schema. What IP schema we are going to use? Here we are going to use the 12.0. So let me write here, I will use 192.168.12.0/24. I will move here somewhere here. and this side will be 13.0. This will be this side, this will be this side, and after that I will move this here. Here you will have 24. Okay, 2 I am taking for router 2 and 4 for router 4. So we will have 22.2 and 24.2 here, and here will be 24.4. Okay, so let me make duplicate, and we will take here also one. This side we will have the 4.3. I am taking from upside 4.3 and 43. This is the R4, R3, so 43. Here will be 43.4, here will be 43.3. So this is the IP schema we are going to use. I have extra here, let me delete this. Okay, so this one, let me start all the routers, and we need to put the loopback also. Let me duplicate and put here. We will have here loopback. I will write here loopback. Let me take loopback 1. Okay, loopback 1, and IP we are going to give 1.1.1.1./24, and here I will duplicate, I will keep here. We will have one loopback here also in the R2, that will be loopback 2, and that should be 2.2.2.2. so let me write here 2.2.2.2. This is a loopback 2 in the router 2. Now this is the router 3. Here we will have the loopback 3 with the 3.3.3, like 3.3.3.3, and we will have the loopback 4 here in the router 4. So I will give this name as a loopback 4, and this should be 4.4.4.4. so I will give 4.4.4.4. Okay, so this is our topology which we are going to work on this one. So what I will do, I will take the notepad here. Okay, I will take the notepad. Let me take the new notepad. Okay, so let me define here the configuration. This is the lab, BGP Local Preference lab. Okay, so let's start the configuration same as we do before. First we will do the R1 basic configuration, then we will go for the main thing. So I will write configuration, R1 configuration, enable, then config T, host name R1, and then we will see interface fast Ethernet 0/0. We will assign the IP address 192.168.12.1 255.255.255.0, and we will write no shut here. And then I have one more interface. Let me copy this one and paste here. Other interface is F1/0, and here IP will be 13, right? 13.1. 1 I am using because router 1. This is a router 1, so 13.1. So this two interface is okay. Now we have one more loopback. One more interface we have, that is a loopback 0. LO0, that is nothing but loopback 0, and IP we plan as 1.1.1.1. okay, and 255 because I am using /24, and no need to write no shut. Even if you write, no issue. So this is the basic configuration for R1. Just I assign the IP address in the R1, this interface. Okay, and let's see, I did not forget to write no shut. Okay, so let me copy this one, and we will paste here, and we will modify the configuration. This is R2, this is R2. I am in the R2. If you see here, fast Ethernet 0/0 is 12.2, so I will make this as a 2, and the other interface fast Ethernet 1/0 will be 192.168.24.2, so this should be 24.2 here. And we have the loopback, that is a loopback we are using 2, and here we use 1, so I will write here 1. Okay, so loopback 2, what is a 2 loopback? 2.2.2, so I will make here as a 2.2.2, so 2.2.2.2. okay, After that, what we can do, we can write the configuration for R3. So let me divide this notepad here again, and I will copy and paste the configuration we can modify as per our requirement. So I will paste here. This is a R3. This also R3. I am here in the R3 fast Ethernet 1/0. So I will do this as a 1/0, and IP will be 13.3 because this is the router 3. 192.168 13.3. Okay, and we have here 2.0. Here will be 43.3 because this is the router 3. Okay, and here we have the loopback 3, so I will give this 3. This should be 3.3. Let me remove here 3.3.3.3. Okay, this is okay. We have this interface and this interface, and okay, I hope 13.3, 43.3 and the loopback 3. So now we will do for the R4. Configuration is very simple. Let me copy and paste here R4. Okay, and now let me modify this 4 and 4, and let's see here we have F1/0. So this is F1/0 24.4. Okay, and if you see here 43.4, and the interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here will be 4, and this should be 4. Okay, just I wrote the IP address. Let me take the console so we can paste the IP address. Let me take the console of all router R2, and this will be R3, and this should be R4. So this is the all console are ready now, so we can copy paste our configuration. So let me take the notepad. I will take the R1 configuration. This is the basic, just we are assigning the IP. I paste the IP, everything is good here, no error, nothing. Now I will take the R2. This is the R2 configuration from here to here. I will go inside R2, I will paste here. No error. Okay, so now we will go for R3. This R3 configuration, let me go paste in R3. So no issue, just we copy paste, everything is good. Now I will take the R4. So I will copy, I will paste in the R4. So here no issue, everything is good. Now we need to start the configuration, BGP configuration, the main thing. So how we will do? I am in the R1. Okay, I am in the R1. I need to advertise the first of all I need to make the neighbor, and also I need to advertise my network. So how I will do? First we will write router BGP AS is 1. Okay, then we need to do the neighbor. Manually we need to do. So neighbor, who is my neighbor? This guy is neighbor. This R2, this interface IP, and also R3, this interface IP. So what I will write? 192.168.12.2. 12.2 is my neighbor. Then we need to write remote dash AS. What is the AS of my neighbor? 2. Okay, so this command to make the neighbor, this interface, whatever IP I give here, so this guy will become my neighbor. Same thing I will do here also. So I will copy this same thing, I will paste here, and I will change this as a 3, and this should be 3. Okay, this should be 3 because here we have the IP 13.3, and now I need to advertise my network also. So how I will advertise? If I want to advertise, I will use the network command, and 1.1.1.0, then we need to write the mask, and then 255.255.255.0. That's all. This is the R1 configuration for BGP. Okay, so I will paste this configuration in the R1. So we will take the console, we will go in the R1, and then we will go in the global configuration mode, and I will paste here. If you see, no error, everything is good. Now we need to do for the R2 configuration. So what I will do, I will go in the R2, we will do the configuration here. So what I will do, I will copy this, we will modify. I come here, I paste R2, okay, in R2. So now R2 AS is 2. So this one I will make 2. And who is my neighbor? I am here standing in the R2. So this is my neighbor. So 12.1. And so I will write here 12.1. And his AS is 1. Okay. First step. I am making the neighbor on my left hand side. Okay. No doubts, right? And here I need to run the BGP. Before BGP, I need to put the interior gateway protocol. So what I will do, I need to advertise the OS, I need to advertise my network, else BGP will not found, because we are going to create the BGP with the loopback. Here I am using this loopback, here I am going to use this loopback, here I am going to use this loopback. So I will face the issue. What issue I will get? We need to have the reachability. We don't have reachability from here to loopback. So that's why we need to run some routing protocol. So what I will do here, I will use the dynamic routing protocol. I am going to configure OSPF. I will put this interface in the OSPF and this loopback in the OSPF. I will not put this one because this is directly connected here. So no need to put this one. Here I will put this interface in the OSPF. I will put this loopback also in the OSPF. This one no need to put because this is connecting outside. Imagine this is a ISP or something. Okay, and I will put this interface in the OSPF, this interface in the OSPF, and this loopback also in the OSPF. This we will not do. Imagine this is a ISP. You are getting route from the ISP like that. So let's do. So first I will write the interior gateway protocol. We can do first BGP, later that one, but if we do first BGP, we will not have the route. Then we need to configure the IBGP, that is interior gateway protocol. So first I will do interior, then we can do the BGP. So we can use EIGRP, OSPF, anything, but as we use OSPF before, so we will use the OSPF, router OSPF1. Then we will write interface, which interface I need to advertise. I am here in the R1. I need to advertise fast Ethernet 1/0 and the loopback. So I will write fast Ethernet 1/0. Then IP OSPF1 area 0. This is a command we use. Then what is the interface? Interface loopback 0. And same command we will put there also. This one. Okay. So this is a OSPF configuration in the R3. R2. Only we need to advertise 2 interface only. Why only 2 interface? Because I have only 2. This is the fast Ethernet 1/0. One is a loopback. I am using loopback 2, so keep this loopback 2. Okay, loopback 2. And this one no need to advertise. So this is finished. Now we will continue our BGP. So BGP, what I wrote this one. This is my neighbor. First command I put, this is my neighbor. Okay, second command what I will do. My next neighbor, I will make this one. If you remember, when we are discussing, we told when we are configuring eBGP, we should have the neighbor directly connected. In eBGP, directly connected. But in iBGP, no need. Even if it is directly not connected, we can make the neighborship. So what I will do, I will make the neighborship from this router to this router. From this IP, loopback IP to this loopback IP. Just we need to have the reachability. Even if it is not directly connected, if we have the reachability, we can make the neighborship. In our first class of BGP, we told whenever we want to configure eBGP, neighbor should be directly connected. But when we are using iBGP, even neighbor is not directly connected, we can do. So here neighbor is not directly connected. Here I have 2.2.2, here I have 3.3.3. So if I have the reachability, I can make the neighbor. So now when we configure the OSPF in all these 3 router, we will have the reachability. Then we can configure the BGP. So now what I am doing here, first command I use to make the R1 as a neighbor. Now second command I will use to make the R3 is a neighbor. So I will use the loopback IP. I am using 3.3.3 remote AS2. Okay, but if you remember, when we are making from the loopback neighbor, we need to write one command, that is update source loopback. So what I will do, I will copy this, I will paste here. How we need to write? We need to write the network and the same ID, same IP, whatever we are using, and then we need to write the update source and our loopback. Our loopback is 2. So I will write here 2. Let me show you here. So what I am doing here, I am saying that I am making the neighborship from R2 to R3 with the loopback. So I am saying neighbor 3.3.3 update source loopback. My loopback is loopback 2. So make the neighborship from my loopback. Okay, now I will make the neighborship from the 4.4.4. So what I will do here, I will copy this 2 command again. Let me copy this 2 command and paste here. And then I will write here, I need to make the neighborship from 4.4.4 also. So I will write here, instead of this one, here I will write 4.4.4.4 and remote AS is 2, and also here also we are making from the loopback. So I will write this update source loopback. So same IP, this only. I will paste this here. Okay, this loopback 2 will remain same because this router R2 loopback is 2. So I am saying router 4 update the source loopback 2. I am going to make the neighborship from my loopback interface, that is 2. Okay, so this way we will do, and we need to advertise our own network. So how we will advertise? We will advertise with the network command. What network I need to advertise? 2.2.2. So I can make here this as a 2.2.2.2. Okay, so this way we can advertise our own network. One more thing we need to do, if you remember, we need to do one more thing. What one more thing we need to do? We need to write here neighbor, because let me show you, when you are getting the root, from the, this is a EBGP, because they are different AS. Okay, this is IBGP. So when you are getting the route from EBGP to IBGP, you will have the issue. This guy will not say you that this guy will say you I am getting this route from here. If you are getting this route 1.1.1, this guy will get this route, and when he forward here, what he will say? He will say I am getting from 12.1. So we need to tell this router, don't tell 12.1. He is not reachable to 12.1. Just you tell that you are giving this route. You are the next hop for this route. And later when you receive any traffic, forward that here. So how we will do that one? If you remember, we will write neighbor 4.4.4 next hop self. Before we use this command, before we do. So how we will write? We will write neighbor 4.4.4. Then we will write next hop self. Okay. So this is a R2 configuration. R2 configuration. Let's verify what I done here. I configured the OSPF in the router. This interface passes Ethernet 1/0 and the loopback 2. After that, I write the BGP router BGP2 and I make the neighbor this 12.1. This is a 12.1, so this is the neighbor. And then I make the neighbor 3.3, so this is a 3.3, so I write neighbor 3.3 remote AS2. And then I want to say that neighbor, I am making the neighborship from the loopback 2. So I told neighbor 3.3.3 update source loopback 2. This one is finished. And also I need to make the neighborship from 4. So I wrote the same thing what I wrote here, because I am here. I have the 4 here. And I am making from 4.4.4. So I will write same thing as a 4.4.4. Same commands from here to here. Only you will have the IP change. So I wrote 4.4.4. AS is same. And I will say update source loopback 2. But here what I will say? Next hop self. If I did not write this one, then they will not change the next hop. They will give the same hop from where he is receiving the route. So this command we use for that one, this one. And I need to advertise my own network. If I want to advertise this 2.2.2, then I will write network 2.2.2 mask 255.255.255.0. Okay, this is a R2 configuration. Then R3, same thing, we need to run the what we can say OSPF, and we need to do the BGP command, and we need to write next hop, and we need to advertise our own network. First of all, let me paste this configuration. First I will paste the OSPF configuration in the R2. So let me go to R2. This is a R2, and here I will paste that configuration. Okay, I paste this configuration. Now I will paste the BGP configuration from here to here. So let me exit this and then paste the BGP configuration. I paste, everything is good, no error, nothing. Now we need to do the R3 configuration. So for R3 configuration, I will copy this same thing, we will modify. Okay, OSPF we need, and also we need the BGP. So I will go here, I will paste the whole configuration, we will modify. I am here in the R3. I don't need to advertise F1 by 0. Okay, I need to advertise F2 by 0. So I will make this is F2 by 0. And I need to advertise the loopback 3 here. So I will write this is a 3. Loopback 3. So this OSPF configuration is good, perfect. And after that I need to make the neighborship from here 13.1. So I will make this as a 13.1. Okay, and I need to make the neighborship from 2.2.2. So I will make this one as a 2.2.2, 2.2.2.2, and I will say next hop update that one update source loopback as a 2.2.2, and then I need to make the neighborship from 4. So 4 will remain same, whatever we have, same neighborship from here to here, this one. And also I need to say next hop self. So this is finished, and after that I will write here our own network. Our own network is, I need to advertise 3.3.3. So this is my 3.3.3 network. Okay, so now let's copy paste this in our router 3. So first I will go here in the router 3, and we will paste this configuration in the router 3. So let me paste, everything is good here. And now I will copy this one and I will paste here. Verify here, everything is good, right? This is a loopback 3 and 13.1, this is 2 and this is 4. Next hop self. Let me cross check before pasting here. Okay, yeah, correct. So let me copy and go here, put in the R3. Something wrong here, I need to give the space here. Loopback, I did not give the space. Let me go here. What? No, not loopback. If you see here, what mistake we done here, we need to update our loopback. What I did not change here. Our loopback is loopback 3, right? So what we need to do here, we need to put our loopback. This is a router 3, right? Router 3. So in the router 3, we need to give our loopback. Our loopback is 3, not the loopback 2. So I will write here 3. I will write here 3. Okay. Now I will paste this one. So before that one, I have some configuration. So what I will do, I will reload this router. Better to reload because still we did not save anything. So for safe side, I will reload or I need to remove the configuration. So better I will reload and then I will start. Then we will not have any configuration, so we can paste the configuration from starting as we already have in our notepad. But remember here, when we are saying update source loopback, so which router we are, we need to update that router loopback. This is a R2 router and we have the loopback 2 here. That's why we update our own loopback. We need to update. I am here in the R3, so we cannot update the loopback other router loopback. This our router loopback. So our router loopback, if we have 2, then no problem. If we have 0, no problem. A loopback is a locally significant. You can make loopback 0 in all the router and you can put loopback 0. Okay. So anyhow, now our router is ready, so I can paste the configuration here from starting. So what I will do, first we will paste the IP address from here to here, and then we can take from here to here. Let me make this big and paste here. I will paste here. Let's see, everything is good, working perfectly. Okay, everything is working perfectly in the R3. Now we need to do for R4. So for R4, let me copy everything. We will modify. Okay, I copy this all. I will take Control C. I will go in the R4, and here I will paste, and we need to check here OSPF configuration. R4 is having how many interface? Fast Ethernet 0/2, and this is the loopback 4. Okay, and R4 is having one more loopback, that is F1/0. If you see here, this is the F1/0. So I will put this interface also in the OSPF. If you see here what I done, I am here in the R4. I have F2/0, F1/0, loopback 4, F2/0, F1/0, and this is a loopback 4. I need to enable the OSPF in all this interface. So I enable the OSPF in all that interface. Okay, and then what we need to do? Then we need to do our BGP configuration. So BGP configuration, what we will do? This command no need, because we are not making the neighborship from this side. So this will be removed, and then we have the neighborship from where? Here to this and here to here. So this 2.2.2 and the loopback we need to update. We are using loopback 4 here, and here also 4. And this next hop self no need, because we are not getting any root and we are not giving to anyone. And here this is a 2.2.2. Here should be 3.3.3.3. We are making the neighborship from the 3.3.3. This one also 3.3.3. And our own interface, if I want to advertise my own network, that will be 4.4.4. Okay, or any doubts? What I am doing, simple, just I copy paste from that one, and then we will modify. Modification will be only we are making the neighborship from the 2.2.2 and 3.3.3, and we are advertising our own network, this one. Okay, so now let's copy and paste. I will copy this one. This is the OSPF configuration. I will go in the R4 and we will paste in the R4. I will paste. Everything is good here. Now we will paste the BGP configuration now. I paste the, or let me paste the BGP configuration here. Okay, BGP, something is some issue here. Nothing, right? Here BGP incorrect network or network mask. Yeah, here if you see here we done network ID we need to write. Here we done again one mistake. This should be network ID, right? So what I can do here, I can say here no, and then network, and I can write, first of all let me check, or let me write, I will remove, I want to remove this. Okay, I want to remove this, so I will select this like this, and then I will go here, and then what I will do, I will write no here, and I will paste this command. Okay, so this did not configure, so okay, good. Now I will put this command. I will put this command here. Okay, now I will check also, show IP interface brief. Our interface IP is good, and I will check show run colon section BGP. We can check what we advertise in the BGP. If you see, we advertise whatever configuration we put in the BGP, we will get here by writing this command, show run then pipe section BGP. So this one is coming by default. Okay, we are not writing, this is coming by default. So this one we advertise our own network, and this is my neighbor 2.2.2. we wrote update source loopback 4, and this is my another neighbor, that is the 3.3.3, and we wrote here update source loopback 3, loopback 4. Okay, we are in the 4, so we will say 4. And after that what we done, Nothing. This is a configuration, correct configuration. Now we can check show IP BGP. If you see what we are getting here, we are getting here, let me show you topology. Along with the topology, we are getting here network. This one we are concerned about 1.1.1. okay, we are looking 1.1.1 here. So if you see, I am getting 1.1.1 from two sides, from 3.3.3 and also from 2.2.2. okay, I am getting this 1.1.1 from two path. If you see this one, I am getting 1.1.1 from 3.3.3 or and also 2.2.2. 3.3.3 is a router 3 and also that is 2.2.2 is a router 2. If you see like this way, this is a router 3. I am looking in the 4. I am looking in the router 4. I am getting this route from two side. But if you see, this 2.2.2 is selected as a best and valid route. Okay. And this one is not selected as a best and valid route. If you are confused by seeing this one, I will remove this. Okay. Because I advertise our own network. That's why it is coming. If you don't want, let me remove this. We can remove also. Because our main focus is to look this one. Our main focus, what is our main focus in this lab? This network we are going to get, this 1.1.1 network we are going to get from R2 and R3. From both sides we are going to get in the R4. We are checking in the R4. We are getting one network from the R1 through R2 and R3. We are checking in the R4. And now we are getting this from 2.2.2, that is from the router 2. Why it is getting from the router 2? Because they are checking the neighbor IP. Whoever is having the low neighbor IP address, they are going to give from there, because weight is same and local preference is also same. All attributes are same, so they are checking last one, that is a neighbor IP address. Okay. And if you are confused, example, by seeing this other network route, if you are getting issue here, I will remove this because we are not concerned with this one. I advertise here, that's why it is coming here. So I will write here no in the front of this one. Okay, so what I will do, I will write this no here. I need to go in the BGP router BGP which 2, and then I will put here this command. No, I don't want to advertise. And same thing in R3 I will go. I am in BGP only, I will write no network. Which network for R3? R3 network is 3.3.3.0 and then mask 255.255.255.0. okay. In 3 I told I don't want, and 2 also I will remove. No network, because I don't want to advertise this network. This is 2.2.2.0 and mask 255.255.255.0. okay. I remove that network from from two router. So now if you check, you will have, let me show you. Now you have only this. So this way you will this looks simple. So now we are concerned about this 1.1.1 only. I am getting this route 1.1.1 from the two places, that is R2 and R3. How I know R2 R3? Because this is the our R2 IP, this is the R3 IP, or if you see, this is the router ID also, R2 router ID, R3 router ID. So I am getting this route 1.1.1 and from the router 3 and router 2, but in this scenario they are treating this one star and greater than. Star means valid and greater than means best. So from R2 they are saying it is best. If you want to move, example, your manager told, okay, we should receive this route from R3. So what we will do? Let's do the configuration. We want to receive this what we can say, this route from R3. We can use 3 methods. First method, just easy way. We can go and we can what we can say, we can increase the attribute, that is local preference attribute. I will show you how we can increase. You want to get this route from where? You need to get this route from R3. So we need to go inside R3. Okay. We need to go inside R3, go inside BGP. I am already inside BGP. We need to write BGP default local preference, and give the value, whatever value you want to give. I will give 600. Okay, I will give 600. And after that I will go here and we will check here. Still it is not changed. Now it is changed. If you see, this move from here to here. If you see, star and the greater than symbol move from here to up. Here if you don't have anything here, means same whatever you have above, this same value is available here. That's why they did not write. So what I am saying here, I am getting the root 1.1.1 before from the 2.2.2, but now after I make some configuration changes in the R2, it moved to R3. So what I done, I just increase the local preference. So whoever is having the highest local preference, root is going to get from there. Okay, so I use this command. Let me write in the configuration in the R3. So this is a R3. I will write here points, some points. If I want to get root from R3, then go to R3 like this router. We need to go inside router BGP 2, and then we will write this command. Okay, then we will write, then R4 will get root from R3. This is one method, the basic and common method. I will show you other method also. We have this method we already discussed. If we have the issue, if you remember, in our previous lab we told if we create one more loop back, then we will have the issue. So what we can do, we can use the route map. So we can do that route map method also. Okay, so what I will do in the route map method, we need to create the route map. First I need to remove this one. Whatever I created here I will remove. So I will write no, and let me move this command up, press up arrow, Control A, and then write no and enter. So I remove now. After a few seconds it will change here. If you check again, it will move. After some time it will move. Still not, yeah, now it is moved. If you see, it moved now. It moved now. What I will do, I will go in the R1. I will create one more loopback. I will write loopback. We use 1, right? We use 1, so I will make loopback 0. We don't have loopback 0 here in the R1. Do show IP interface brief. So if you see, we don't have loopback 0. So I will create loopback 0. And I will assign IP address. I will give 11.11.11.11 255.255.255.0. So I created one more interface here, that is a loopback. Imagine we add one more route here, and now we are going to advertise in the BGP. So how we will advertise? We will write router BGP 1 and then network and 11.11.11.0 255.255.255.0. This way we advertise, right? What we have here, network mask, we need to write the mask. Okay, mask and give enter and press. So this way we advertise our new interface. Imagine new LAN, new network is connected to the R1. Here what I done, I have one more network in the R1, that is a loopback 0. So that is a loopback 0, and this IP we put as a 11.11.11.11, and I advertise this one. Where I advertise here in the R1. So now in the R2 we will get that also. If you see, we have the R2. In R2 also we have that one. 11.11.11. Also I am getting best from router 2, and also 1.1. Also I am getting from best from the router 2. If I do here the same thing what I done before, if I say local preference 600, if I increase the 600, then we see here what we will have. We will have the, it move or no, it will move after some time. If you see now, before we are getting from where, if you see here, before we are getting this route from 2. here and here. 11 also getting from 2, 11 and 1. But after I change here, when I make the changes, this default BGP default local preference 600, when I set the 600, it is affecting to both the route. If you see here, 1 also getting from the router 3, this is the router 3, next hop is the router 3, and 11 also I am getting from the router 3. Example, your manager told 11 you should get from here, but when should be remain to 2, then how we can do? How we can do? As we done in our previous class, we are going to use the route map. Okay, so I will remove now this one, this command I will remove. Now what I will do, I need to do the route map. So we will create the route map now. So where we will create? R3, in the R3 only we will create the route map. I will write here, first I need to select the traffic, so I will write axis list, any number I can give, axis list 1 permit, and after that I will write the network which I want to select. Example, I want to select 11, so I will write 11.11.11.0 and then wildcard mask 0.0.255. Okay, why I am using 0.0.0.255? Because I put /24 for the 11, so opposite of the subnet mask will be the wildcard mask. So I selected this traffic with this command. Now what I will do, I will create the route map, route dash map, or press tab, it will come. Write the route and dash map. This is the route map, and after that give any name. Example, ABC, XYZ, or if you want to write local preference, whatever you want, write. After that, what you need to do, permit. So I will say permit, and we need to give the sequence number. I will give sequence number as a 10. After that I will say match. What I need to match? IP address I need to match. From where? From the access list 1. So I will give 1. So I am saying match the IP address from the access list 1. If it is matched, then set local preference as a 500, 200, 300, whatever you want to give. By default we have 100. By default we have the local preference as 100, this one. Before we have 100, this one just now we increase. If you check now, all are 100. By default you have 100. Whoever is having high local preference, that route is going to prefer. So now if you wish, you can give 100, 500, whatever you want, you give. So I told that one local preference assign 500. After that I will exit, and then we need to create again route. We need to go inside the route map, and same ABC, I give the name ABC, then I need to write permit and sequence number 20, and in the 20 what I need to set, I will write set local preference 100. So if the traffic is not matched from the access list 1, then set as a 1. If the traffic is not match, here we are saying match IP address. I am not saying anything match here. Means if it is not match, then set 100, and then we need to exit this one. Okay, I exit this one. Now we need to apply also. We need to apply the route map, right? So where we need to apply? We need to apply the neighbor from where we are getting that one. So I will write here. First of all, we will go inside the router BGP and 2, and then we need to apply to neighbor. So I will write neighbor. Which neighbor? Our neighbor, that is 192.168.13 dot, let me write 13.1, and route map ABC, and route map will be inside. Okay, we are applying to this neighbor. Let me show you. We are applying to this neighbor from here, like this. So going inside. So what we will do, in. So I will write here in. Where? Here. I will write here in. Okay. So now we need to wait some time, and after that we can check. So I can go here. Now we can check again. Show BGP. If you see here, still it is not match. Still, let me check. Or I need to write the clear IP OSPF process. If you remember, before we do clear IP BGP star soft, and after that here also we will do show clear IP BGP star soft, and we can wait, and then we can check. Now let's see show IP BGP. If you see here, it is increased. Where we increase this one, right? We increase 500. We increase as a 500. Where we increase for this network 11.11.11. So if you see here, greater than and star symbol where it is appearing for 11, and 11 is prefer from where? It is prefer from 3.3.3. 3.3.3 is nothing but router 3. But if you see here, this one, this is a greater than and star symbol. This is for 1.1.1 and it is coming from where? 2.2.2. So 1.1.1 network is coming from 2.2.2 and 11.11.11 network is coming from 3.3.3. So this way we can manipulate the traffic. This way we can manipulate the traffic. Okay. So what we done? We increase the local preference. And if you want configuration, I will put here configuration. This after that we will write I will remove this. I will put here again, and here I will write no. And then we will say we will use route map. So I will write route map, and then I will write here what we done in the route map. Or if you see here, we can copy from here, or we can write show history. We can get the config what we done recently. So recently we reset. Anyhow, no problem. I will where it is from here I created the route map, and we apply here. So this is a configuration. I will delete, no need to worry. I will paste here, and then we will delete from here. This one no need, and from here to here no need, and from here to here no need, here to here no need, and from here to here no need. This one no need, this one no need. This is a configuration. Okay. So this one we done. So this configuration is the best configuration. If you want, you can do this one also, but in the real scenario we will use this way, because we will have so many route. We need to manipulate different route. If you use this way, this configuration, all the routes whatever we are getting, all will have the local preference as a 600, but we need to do particular route special treatment, then we will use the route map. Okay, so this is the configuration. And if you are facing issues, so don't advertise this our own network. As I remove, so let me remove from the configuration also. If I from R1 I remove, R4 I remove, let me check in the R3 I will remove this. Don't advertise our route. And then in the R1 we need, okay, R2 I will remove, R1 we need, and here we created one new, so I will put here new configuration. This is 11, and here will be 11, and here will be 11, and we give the loopback. We created loopback also. This will be loopback 0, and this is the 11. Okay. So this is only the configuration. Okay. I already wrote here in the steps everything. Later if you revise, no need to worry. You can watch video, or I put all the steps, why we are using, where you are using, what we are doing, all each and everything in our notes, so you can easily understand. Okay, all steps I wrote here. I use 700, just now we use 500. If you see here what I done, we done this method, right? First method we done this one, this method we done first one, and we check we have this route. After that I remove this one, and then we use route map also. If you see route map I use, but this route map, the way which I use here, it will apply to complete routes whatever we are getting. So this is also another method. Just now we did not done this one. If you apply this, you will have the all the routes. So we use another method. This method we use just now, but I put all method in the notes. Okay, so I put all method. You can study that one here. So here we finish that one. So let me stop.